Man buys charity handbag, realizes they made a big mistake. Walking into the luxurious store, he held his head high. He was ready. All he needed was an answer. The employees watched as he walked closer. Looking him up and down, they wondered what he was doing there. Would they give him the answer he needed? Londoner retiree John Richard is no stranger to spotting beautiful things and appreciating aesthetics. Saving for his lifelong dream of opening his own hair salon with his partner, he also knew how to spot bargains. So it's no surprise that he decided to try his hand as a novice antique hunter. But things went wrong. First, he started with random visits to antique stores. However, he never seemed to find anything he thought could be profitable. Many times he learned the hard way. He bought items for prices above their worth, only to find out later that he could have saved that money to put towards his dream. And this was no different. Living in London, money has always been a subject of caution. Especially now, when trying to save money to open a hair salon. Richard was slowly coming to terms with the fact that he may never achieve his lifelong goal. As time passed, his shoulders sagged and the sparkle in his eye faded as he realized the reality of his aspirations. But then something changed. It was another normal day in London, overcast and cool, when Richard decided to pop into a charity store to browse for a new shirt. He walked past a women's section, past sweaters and jeans, to the back of the store to reach the shirts. But before he reached his destination, he spotted something odd from the corner of his eye. He makes his way to the seemingly out-of-place object. He bends down, scoops it up, and studies it carefully. Strange, he thought. He's never seen anything quite like it. The Phillips Treacy logo looked so real. He pops it back down on the bottom of the shelf and continues to the shirt aisle. As he rummages through the shirt racks, he spots another shopper looking at the bag. Their eyes meet. Richard gives the shopper a brief smile before realizing that his anxiety is through the roof. He needs to buy that bag. To Richard's delight, the shopper was unimpressed and left the bag. Richard raced over, picked up the bag, and made his way to the checkout. $25, said the cashier. Too disappointed by previous purchases, Richard didn't have the nerve to look into the bag. He wasn't ready for the disappointment that was surely waiting to greet him. However, 2 months later, he decided enough was enough. He searched online but couldn't find an answer to the bag's legitimacy. So he made his way to the Philip Treacy store. Richard walked into the high-end store, handbag in hand. He was ready for an answer. He just needed to know. He watched as the employees eyed him up and down, surely wondering what he was doing there. He watched as their eyes locked in on his handbag, both scrutinizing and unenthusiastic. Then they spoke. They asked him what he needed help with, and Richard showed them the bag. He told them where he got it and asked them to take a look at it. They took the bag to the back room to assess it further. They came back out with the manager and questioned him. Where did he find this? Why does he have it? Richard answered. He told them everything and asked them again what they thought. Exactly what does he have? Is it a fake or is it real? Richard's mind went to the hair salon again. For a split second he imagined the employee saying yes, it's real. Go build the hair salon you've always dreamed of. Before he could daydream further, he was interrupted. I can confirm it is definitely one of ours, said the manager, G. Brunet. He expressed his surprise at how Richard found it and tried hard to negotiate a price to buy it back from him. Brunet explains, only about 10 such bags were ever made. I imagine it could reach £350,000. It's a piece of art, not a bag. But Richard couldn't hear him over his shock. Was it really true? Andy Warhol created the Elvis print on the bag, so it's not that hard to imagine its unique value. But many valuers still doubted the handbag could be sold for such a high amount. If it were true, it would be the most expensive bag ever sold. Would it sell for that amount? Would anyone place an offer? 2 private collectors in China have already placed their bids on the bag. They offered Richard a whopping $250,000 and $350,000. But once news of this got out, the charity store were quick to comment. They expressed their disappointment that Oxfam won't benefit from the sale. And that families in hunger could really use that money. The guilt trip seemed to be working. Richard has been advised to hold onto the bag to increase its value. However, time is passing, and his dream of opening a hair salon can finally be realized, and he can't wait. Richard is one lucky guy. Who could have thought that such a valuable item was hidden in such an unassuming place? What other treasures are out there? Let's go and find out. Thank you for watching this fantastic story. Please tap one of the 2 videos on your screen for another amazing Wonder Stories.